10 December 2023 Avyakt Babdada Madhuvan Om Shanti. Keep your companion with you, be seated on the throne of a detached observer and remain happy. Today Baba, the world benefactor, is happy to see the children from all over the world. Lines of love and cooperation are visible on the faces of all the children. You are the few out of multi-millions and the handful out of the few. Bab Dada is happy to see the beloved children. He constantly sees the children dancing in happiness and wishes to see them dancing constantly. Sada. At present you children have to serve the world in such a way that with your face, with your eyes and with a few words, you are able to remove the sorrow of every soul and give them happiness. As soon as they see you, they should become happy. This is why you need to constantly have a happy face and be an image of happiness, because the happiness in someone's mind is clearly revealed on the face. Even if a wandering, distressed soul who is experiencing sorrow comes in front of you, even if he considers it impossible to be happy, as soon as he comes in front of you, your image, your attitude and your vision should transform that soul. Today people spend so much money in order to make their minds happy, and so many new facilities are created for their entertainment. Their facilities, sadhan, are temporary, whereas you are making true spiritual endeavor, sadhana, for all time. So let your spiritual endeavor transform those souls. They may have distress, hi, when they come to you, but they should be singing praise, wah, when they leave. From time to time, as souls become distressed, in spite of their temporary facilities, your happiness will become their support, because you are the ones who have the fortune of happiness. Wah! It is the wonder of the souls who belong to God. No other souls throughout the entire cycle have the fortune of happiness that you have. Brahmin life means a life of happiness. To be unhappy means to be a servant of Maya. However, you are master conquerors of Maya. It is not even an ant, it is a dead ant. From a distance it seems to be alive, but is in fact dead. You simply need to have the power to discern from a distance. Just as you have the knowledge of the Father in great detail, in the same way you must imbibe the knowledge of the various forms of Maya and recognize her. Your weakness will become different forms of Maya. What does one need in life? Nourishment and treasures of happiness. Your treasures of happiness are limitless. The more you spend, the more they increase. Even if you do not make any other effort, simply keep this aim. No matter what happens, whether it is through the state of my own mind, through other souls, or through the elements or atmosphere, I must not let go of my happiness. Keep this determination and forget everything else. Simply make this one aspect firm. I have to remain happy. What will the different situations seem like then? Just a game. Constantly remain seated on the seat of a detached observer when watching your own games. Even if someone insults you or tries to upset you and bring you down from your self-respect of a detached observer, you should not come down from your throne of a detached observer. Your happiness reduces when you do come down. Bab Dada also told you two words earlier, companion Sati and detached observer Sakshi. When Bab Dada is with you, your stage of a detached observer is very strong. The Father has the pure desire that each of you children becomes, and you truly are a self-sovereign and thereby one who has a right to world sovereignty. You are those who will become kings and who will create subjects. When someone has the intoxication of being the king, he remains seated on the throne in a practical way. So do not get off your throne of a detached observer. When you make effort for something specific, you get tired. Today you paid attention to your thoughts, tomorrow you will pay attention to your words or your connections and relationships, etc. You get tired doing this. Simply make the one effort of not coming off your throne of a detached observer. Remain happy-hearted and seated on your throne. Those kings sometimes sit on their thrones and sometimes they do not. But your throne of a detached observer is such that you can be seated on your throne while performing any task. You do not have to get off your throne. A soul who is seated on the throne of a observer can never become distressed because of some problem. The problems would remain under the throne and you would be seated on the throne. The problems would not be able to raise their heads in front of you. They would remain suppressed underneath. They would not trouble you. When you instill the sanskars of being seated on your throne, now will you be able to sit on a world throne. You have to fill yourself with all these sanskars at this time. Whatever sanskars you have filled yourself with will work in the golden age. You have to fill yourself with sanskars of royalty at this time. Do not think that some time still remains, that destruction is not going to take place that soon. Do not think in this way, because destruction will take place suddenly. You became Brahmins suddenly, so transformation too will take place suddenly. First of all, Maya makes you very careless. You think, let me just take a little rest. First, Maya will spread her magic and make you careless in some aspect, whether it is in service, yoga, dharana or relationships and connections. Destruction will suddenly take place at that time. Do not then say that Bab Dada did not tell you that it would happen like this. This is why you are being warned in advance not to become careless in any aspect. You have to be alert in all four subjects. Even if something happens right now, stay alert. At that time, do not call out, Bab Dada, come and fulfill your responsibility. Give me a little power. Baba will not give it at that time. Accumulate it at this time. Whichever power you need to any extent, all of you have full permission to take whatever you want. The treasure store is open. However much power you want, whichever power you want, take that now. The teacher or principal would not help you at the time of exams. The teacher or principal would not help you at the time of exams. Baba is doubly pleased to see the double foreigners, because double foreigners have to make double the effort to transform themselves. Zeal and enthusiasm for service is very good. It is just that you sometimes take the burden of service on yourselves. Do not carry this burden. Give the burden to the Father. This burden is nothing for the Father. Whereas by carrying the burden of service yourself, you get tired. Do not carry the burden. You feel it to be a burden when the Father is not with you. If the Father is with you, it is His task and He is enabling you to do it. There will then be no burden. You will remain light. You will begin to dance. You are now continuing to let go of your delicate natures. Bab Dada is pleased to see this result. Bab Dada remembers that in the beginning the foreign teachers used to say that it was difficult to meet the VIPs, whereas it has now become easy because you have become VVVIPs. And so what are those VIPs in front of you? On the whole, the result of the foreign lands is good. The centers are also doing very well and continuing to expand. In the foreign lands, they have a very good method. Wherever a center is opened, the people there do their worldly jobs and also look after the center. You are not doing a worldly job, but are doing that worldly job to become instruments to carry out a spiritual task. Wherever you go, you have the enthusiasm to open a center there. When there are spiritual feelings, you are surrendered while doing a worldly job. It is not that you have to give up your worldly job and have a surrender ceremony. For souls who are living in a spiritual environment while doing a worldly job, not just double congratulations but multi-million congratulations to such souls. Simply do everything as a trustee. Do not have the consciousness of I. Karavanhar is inspiring me to do it. I am just an instrument and I am functioning with the support of the power. Put a full stop in a second and stabilize yourself in the bodiless stage in a second. Bab Dada conducted drill for 3 minutes. Continue to practice this throughout the day again and again. To all of those who are conquerors of Maya, conquerors of matter, seated on the throne of a detached observer and constantly experiencing the company of the companion, to those who, with determination, constantly make success the garlands around their necks, to those who remain constantly light, the same as the Father, to those who use their might to liberate the world from any weakness of sorrow and peacelessness for all time, to such master oceans of happiness, oceans of joy, oceans of love, and master oceans of knowledge, to those who are equal to the Father, love, remembrance, and namaste. Blessing. May you be an embodiment of success and achieve success in the service you do with the powers to discern and decide. Blessing. May you be an embodiment of success and achieve success in the service you do with the powers to discern and decide. Those who recognize the Father, themselves, the time, the Brahmin family, and their elevated task with the power of discernment, and then decide what they want to become and what they have to do, are the ones who constantly achieve success in the service they do, in the things they do, and in their forming connections and relationships with others. The basis of being an embodiment of success in doing service with mind, words, and deeds are the powers to discern and decide. So with the power to discern and decide, we become the embodiments of success. Slogan. Become filled with the light and might of this knowledge and yoga, and you will overcome any adverse situation in a second. Slogan. Become filled with the light and might of this knowledge and yoga, and you will overcome any adverse situation in a second.